Hi guys, good morning everyone. I'm audible. Yeah, can you guys confirm me in the chat? I'm audible properly. Okay, that's great. So guys, let's wait for another like 5 minutes, right? And then we'll be continuing so that other people can also join who have not yet joined. So we will wait for them, and then we will be starting the induction session for today. Cool. Okay, great. Oh, hello. Hello. Hi, guys. So I hope I am both audible and visible to you all. Right. So just ping me down in the chat. I'm visible clearly and audible. Great. Great. All right, guys. So, hi, first of all, to all of you. I'm Vishal, and I will be your mentor for this particular Azure Plus Data Engineering course. Right? It will be my responsibility to handle this particular batch, and each and everything will be on me. Okay. So, first of all, good morning, and I welcome you all, and thanks for joining this particular induction session. Right? So, the very first thing that I'll be doing in this particular session is I will give you my introduction, right? And then we will be moving on to the platform, right? I will be explaining you each and everything in great detail, not only about the course, but I will be explaining you in great detail about the whole platform and the whole ecosystem basically that we have created for you guys to utilize, to learn, and to grow in your career. Okay, so this will be the agenda for today. And once done, like once I have explained you about the platform, we will be then jumping on to our course. I will be basically discussing what all things we will discuss in the course, right? And I will be explaining you each and everything in just a theoretical way, obviously not in the practical fashion right now, right? And then I will be opening the platform for you all so that you guys can unmute yourself and discuss whatever is there in your mind and you guys want to discuss with me. Cool. So this will be the agenda for today. So today is just an introduction, or you can say an induction session, right? We will not be discussing anything practical or too much about the course and all. I will be just giving you a kind of introduction and we will be doing a kind of you can say a group of kind of stuff we will be doing today. Okay. So let's get started with video. Let's get started with this session. And first of all, my name is Vishal, and I have an experience of around 6 years into the IT domain, out of which around 5 years is into the data engineering domain. So I have worked on multiple tech stack till now. I have also worked a few years as a data scientist, and then later on I moved or transitioned into the data engineering world. So I have a good hands-on experience with programming languages. I have worked with Python. I have worked with extensively with SQL, PySpark, right? I have worked with tools like Kafka, Apache Airflow, Docker, Kubernetes, a bit of ML operation tools like MLflow, right? And all these stuffs. Talking about my experience with clouds. So I have a good experience with both Azure and AWS cloud, right? Azure being my primary cloud that I have been using, but I have a good hands-on experience on AWS cloud too. Right. So with that said, what I'll be doing is I will start sharing my screen and I will be showing you the whole ecosystem, the whole Euron ecosystem that we have created for you all to basically learn and to enjoy. Okay. And let me tell you one more thing. A very, very important thing is that this particular session will be an interactive session, right? I don't want to be a kind of recorded stuff. Okay. That I'm just saying my things and I'm not talking basically to you, right? So currently the talking channel will be the chat. Okay, the chat will be accessible and enabled for you all for like all the time. It will be enabled. But talking about the screen sharing part as well as unmuting yourself, so it will only be enabled once we are done with the session. Because if I allow you to unmute yourself anytime, so any one of you can unmute, and basically the class will not go on in that particular flow, right? So to manage those things so that each and everything is basically in a kind of disciplined way, I will not be enabling the unmute button for you all in the session, but the chat is open each and every seconds of the session. So you guys, if I ask anything, I would expect a response from you, as well as if you have any kind of doubt, any kind of questions, right? If I feel like answering that, okay, it's important to answer at that point of time, I will be answering it. Else, I will be just letting you know that I will be answering it at the end of the session. Cool. So this is how basically we will work and we will function. Cool, works for you all. I guess that is a great, better choice, right? Great. Let's start with the session then. And let me just share my screen. So what I'll be doing is I'll be sharing my screen and I'll be dropping it here. Cool. So I hope my screen is visible to you all, guys. Okay, that's great. Right. So this is the platform, or I would say this will be the landing page or the dashboard page that you guys will end up once you have logged into your Euron account. Right. So here you can see all your stuff, right? You will see what all live classes we are having, each and everything. Okay, if you have enrolled or if you have started learning anything, this will be a section for you all where you can start basically what all courses you have started. All the things will be, all the courses basically will be listed here. Then you will have the section to access your live courses and live classes, right? Then we have something called as Euron consultancy, right? Young Euron. Then we have our Uri chat and Uri API. Then we have Avni, and then we have our job portal, resume AI, internship platform, right? Euron Plus. You can access your Euron Plus and get your access right here, and that's it, right? So basically we have listed down all the services here in our landing page, as well as here on the sidebar also. If you come, you will be able to access each and everything, right? So what we will be doing is that we will be following a flow, right, that usually students have. That first of all, they enroll into a program, right? They learn the stuffs or technology, right? Then what they have to do, they have to either create a project, right, or they have to create a resume, right? So they will be joining in some kind of internship, they will be doing some projects, right? Then they will create their resume, they will go and search for job, right? And all these things will be a kind of a flow that usually we have before landing a job into a new domain. And for all those things, we have separate services that we have created for you all. Okay. So we will start with the very first thing, that is the learning phase. Okay. So these are the list of live courses that will be available for you all in the Euron platform. So we have a mobile development course. We have our AI architect mastery course, which will be taken by Sudhanshu sir, right? And this is our business analytics mastery bootcamp, which will be taken by Sachin Mishra sir. This is our Databricks, very own Databricks and data engineering program, which is taken by me. Then there is a full stack automation bootcamp, which is taken by Dhruv Tomar sir, and a Gen AI certification bootcamp course. So this is basically the second batch of Gen AI certification, which is again taken by Sudhanshu sir. ML, AI and ML masters, right, which is again taken by Sudhanshu sir. So you guys can basically ask that, okay, what's the difference between this Gen AI and AI ML masters, right? So in Gen AI certification bootcamp, what we will be doing is that we will only focus on the generative AI aspect of the AI course, right? So if I talk about ML and basically AI, right? So I guess, or even you guys are, if you are not aware about, so AI consists of basically multiple things, that is machine learning, okay, that is usually called as ML, and deep learning, that is usually called as DL. Again, inside machine learning we have multiple things, right? We have things like supervised machine learning, right? We have unsupervised machine learning, we have semi-supervised machine learning, and so on, okay, and reinforcement learning, and so on, right? In deep learning, we have something called as ANN, right? We have something called as CNN, also called as computer vision, right? And we have something called as RNN, also called as NLP, right? And now on top of this NLP thing, right, we have created something called as LLM, that is called as large language models. Okay. And with the help of these large language models, we are basically now doing the generative AI or the Gen AI stuff. So these things will, like the Gen AI batch, it will majorly focus on some kind of, you can say, the automation part. Okay, how we can automate things, how we can use APIs, right? The basically the LLM APIs, right? We will focus on service like basically NA10, right? Let's suppose Crew AI and all these services. Okay, and this AI and ML masters batch, it will focus on the core AI ML aspect of it. Okay, here we can also focus on RAG and all these stuffs, right? It will focus on core ML and AI, or you can say the core ML and DL aspect of the artificial intelligence domain. Cool. So that's the major difference. So it totally depends on you. If you want to ride the Gen AI hype, right, you can directly come here and learn about Gen AI, right? Skipping all those mathematical things, right, and all those stuffs. And if you want to learn about the core AI ML, like how the AI thing originated, then for sure you have to be aware about the core machine learning and the deep learning aspect of it. Then we have our full stack web development bootcamp that is taken by Mr. Ajay Sharma sir, right? And then we have our DSA with Python taken by Kumar Rahmendra sir. And we have our Gen AI bootcamp, which was the first, basically the first batch of our generative AI bootcamp, which was taken by Sudhanshu sir, right? And again, talking about this DSA with Python, right? So some people again ask that, okay, is it good that I do DSA with Python? Is, let's suppose, C or C++ not better, or maybe Java is not a better choice for doing DSA than Python and all these things? So let me again make this very, very clear to you all that DSA is basically a bunch of concepts, right? DSA, if I talk about maybe the sorting algorithms, the searching algorithms, and all these stuffs, so they are nothing but a bunch of concepts, arrays, queues, right? And all these concepts, all these DSA concepts are being used in each and every programming language. Either we are dealing with, you can say, C or C++. If we are dealing with JS, that is JavaScript. If you are dealing with Java, if you are dealing with Python, or the newer programming languages, if I talk about, so maybe we are dealing with Ruby, we are dealing with Golang or whatnot. All these concepts are being applied everywhere in like in all the programming languages. And again, DSA is basically a programming language agnostic thing. Means the programming language does not define how good you are in how good you are in DSA, or how good your concepts are in DSA, right? It totally depends on the use case, on the field, in the domain you are working with. So currently, because we are more focused towards Gen AI, towards data engineering, towards machine learning and all, so we have kept this DSA batch with Python, because Python is the base programming language that we will be utilizing in all these tech stack, that is the AI and the data engineering tech stack. So that's the reason we have kept here the Python as our primary programming language. Else you have understood the concept, if you are well with Java, you can go ahead with Java. You can even use SQL. Okay, you can even use SQL to write your DSA program. So it does not matter that what kind of programming language you are using, right? So these are the live batches that we currently have and that are basically listed here, right? For sure, these batches will grow up in size, right? In the coming few months, you will be seeing multiple more. You can also see AWS data engineering batch, right? In a few coming months, right? For sure, right? I'm not committing about any other batch because I'm not very well aware about what all batches are coming. So I'm not naming anything, but because I'm very well aware about the AWS data engineering batch that will be for sure coming, right? And you guys can see that particular batch very soon in the live courses. Now, either you have the choice of live courses if you like this interactiveness, right? And if you like this feel of live courses, for sure you can join these live courses. But there is a bit of limitation, I would say, that is there in the live courses, that we will only be having our courses on the weekends. Now, if you are a college student, or if you are someone who is looking for a job, who is right now basically not in the working phase and looking for an opportunity, or maybe looking to maybe upskill himself, in that particular case, you can go ahead with the self-paced courses, right? For sure you will have the choice. If you have the Euron Plus subscription, you have the choice to join the live classes also. But because you guys are free on the weekdays also, you guys can basically learn and grow in a more fast way, right, as compared to the live classes. So here, if I talk about, so again, we have multiple courses in our self-paced one. So we have AWS Masters, right? We have our Azure Fundamentals. We have complete generative AI series. Then we have Python from basic to advanced. We have data build tool fundamentals. Then we have data engineering with Databricks in both English and Hindi, which is again done by me, right? Then we have deep learning masters, generative AI with cloud, generative AI basic to advanced, then generative AI interview preparation a course we are having. Then we are having cloud platform self-paced course. Okay, basically, okay, it's Google Cloud Platform, basically a GCP course, GCP Cloud Platform course that you guys will be having. Then we have this end-to-end Java course, which will be basically in Hindi language. Then the ML Ops Masters course. Then again, Master the Generative AI course, Master Generative AI professional level course, right? And then we have our Python framework, JavaScript, object-oriented programming in Python, mathematics for data science and data analytics, MLOps mastery, Power BI, Python again from basic to advanced, Python basic to advanced in Hindi, right? So this is basically in English and this is in Hindi. Then Python beginner to advanced, RAG masters, Snowflake, SQL masters, and system design. Okay, so all these courses, you can see there are a redundancy, means there are more than two courses with same name. That is because we are providing the courses in both English and Hindi language. So if you prefer to go ahead with English, so you can even filter out if you feel like that you are getting confused, that okay, what all courses are in English or what all courses are in Hindi. So you can apply your filter in the languages section, right? So if you want to look at the courses which are available in English language, so these are the courses which are available in English language. Or if you want to basically go for the Hindi language, so these are the courses which are available in the Hindi language. And these courses, these self-paced courses are not only limited to these courses. For sure, moving forward, we will be adding much more courses. We will be basically expanding our domain, right? And we will be adding much more courses, as well as the courses that we have listed here. We are also updating them on a basically, I won't say a day-to-day thing, right? Because I will be wrong in that particular case. We are not updating it on a daily basis, but we are updating in a given interval of time, that it may be within a week or something. New videos are getting added to these courses, these self-recorded courses also. It's not that once we have recorded, it stays as it is for years and years. If something new is getting added, we are adding those things into the courses. Talking about the Databricks courses, for sure around 25 to 30 hours of content I have already recorded, and it's ready to be learned, right? And for sure in the coming days, I will be keep on adding many more concepts in the Databricks course, for sure, for you all to learn, right? In the categories wise, right? So you can, based on the categories, you can filter here. Is it in the big data domain, data analyst, data science, data structures, Gen AI, Java, Python, and JavaScript, right? And then talking about the mode of learning, right? So this is basically a self-paced course, right? Content type is basically course, and you can also filter based on the instructor if required. Cool. So these were the two mediums, or I would say the two ways which you can learn from. You can learn from the live batches, or you can learn from the self-paced courses. Okay. Now, once you are done with the course, once you are done with your learning, what next? What comes next? Yeah, guys, reply in the chat. What comes next after you are done with the learning? Practice, right? Or you can say job and all these things, right? So once you are done with the learning, the next thing that comes into picture is your projects, right? Once you have done, you have implemented your learning, you think that okay, you have learned the concepts of a particular domain. Now the next part is to create a project to utilize those learnings and to create something on top of that learning, right? And to create those projects. So this is a very hard thing that usually students face, right? They don't understand, or they don't basically get a place where they can do the projects, or they can do the project from. So this is to like this is a very big issue for the basically for those students who are in colleges, right? Or who have not gone to any basically they don't have any kind of job experience. Because if you are right now in a job, you will be deployed on some kind of project and you will have some kind of practical and learning exposure. But for the freshers, for the college going students, right, this is a very big issue. And to solve that particular issue, we have something called as our internship platform. Okay. So here on the internship platform, so once you will again if I go back, right, so on this sidebar, you will be able to find something as this internship. Okay. And once you will click on this internship, you will be redirected to the internship platform. Okay. Here you have again multiple filters: difficulty level, theme, domain, technology, and so on. Okay. So you can, based on your technology. So for sure, we will be having our big data technology here also, or maybe the data engineering we can search for. Right here you can see we have the technology as the data engineering. So if you will click on this data engineering technology, so you will see currently two projects are there, right? Comparatively the projects, so we have recently added these projects in our internship for the portal for the data engineering domain. And for sure, again moving forward, uh, we will be adding much more projects for you all to basically practice and to learn, right? So the two projects in the data engineering domain that is available for you all is, first of all, the data guard. So it's a basically distributed security log pipeline that we will be creating, right? And if you want to learn more about this particular project, so you can click on view details, right? So again, you can see the title of the project and you can see your project description. So a project focused on building a distributed pipeline for collecting and processing, storing security event logs from multiple simulated sources using Kafka and real-time log ingestion, HDFS for scalable storage, and PySpark for batch analytics. Student will design a modular workflow to detect suspicious pattern and generate summary reports. Python script will be orchestrate the pipeline and automate data engineering tasks. The project emphasizes hands-on experience with big data tool for security monitoring, reducing data artifacts and reports only with no web and mobile components. Okay. So this is the basically the project description and the project requirement, you can say. Okay. Now you can see the project details, right? The technologies that we will be using, the domain in which this particular project falls, and the theme. Now we have some kind of documentations that we have prepared for you all. So this is the PRD document, that is we usually call as project detailed report, right? So here you can see the PRD is already been created. The project name, the description of the project, like what all things you have to do, then the objective of your project, right? What all objectives you will have to you will have to collect basically the security event logs. Then you will have to ingest the log in Kafka, store the logs in your HDFS, do the batch log processing using the PySpark, then generate summary report, data artifacts, and automate orchestration using Python script, right? Stakeholders, right? Responsibility, instructors responsibility, developers responsibility, and so on. The functional requirement, right? Simulate multiple security log sources, right? Real-time Kafka topics, store your raw data using partitioning, HDFS partitioning, and so on. Even the system architecture is given to you all. right? The technology stack that we will be utilizing, data flow and processing, right? Log generation will be there, ingestion, then batch processing and reporting will be there. Key specifications, right? Example of pseudocode, it's also given. What all the deliverables will be there for from your side that will be delivered to us, that's also given. Then the acceptance criteria is given, out of scope thing is given, and milestone is also given, right? So it's basically a kind of a simulated milestone. It's not that you have to exactly follow. If you can do it before this particular thing, it will be even better, right? So you can have your PRD, you can have your HLD, right? Your high level documentation and your LLD also with you, right? Low level design document, again each and everything is given here in your HLD. High level document, again each and everything is given in your HLD and LLD, right? LLD is basically a more detailed version of your HLD, right? Now if you want to enroll, like if so again, if I come back here and let's say this time I'm going ahead with data science, because data science have many projects as compared to data engineering, right? So here you can see 55 projects we are having in the data science domain. Now if you feel like that, okay, this is the project I liked, right? So let's suppose book match, AI reading book recommender, I am liking this particular project, or maybe skill scan, okay, I'm liking this particular project. So what I can do, I can click on view details. So create a web app where users upload their resume and machine learning highlights key skills and areas of improvement and so on, right? Again, you will have your PRD, HLD and available for this particular thing. Now, if you feel like that, okay, I'm liking this particular project and I will be doing this particular project. So you can just click on this enroll now. So once you will click on this enroll now button, you will be enrolled in that particular project. Now you can click on this continue project, right? Once you continue the project, you will be added, or I would say you will be redirected to a page where you will be having your Kanban board. So you can add your task, right? So maybe design the web app, right? You can add task, right? Maybe integrate RAG, okay? Maybe implement auth and so on, okay? So we have added the task, right? Now you can basically do, so this is in progress, right? This is auth is finished and so on, right? This is, you can basically utilize this particular Kanban board to organize your project, right? Now the best thing for doing this particular project will be this particular offer letter, right? So as soon as you enroll in the project, this this auto-generated offer letter will be developed for any one of you. Even if you are if you are a working professional, obviously this offer letter will be not of that much use to you all. But if you are a fresher, if you are a college student, this particular offer letter or internship offer letter can be very, very helpful for you all, right? So here you can see, right? Dear Vishal, at this particular date, right? On this particular date itself, I enrolled in the basically the internship, right? And then what all things you did and whatnot, each and everything is. So this is basically a auto-generated internship offer letter. And if not you, obviously it will not be you who will be verifying. If any recruiter or any organization wants to verify that, okay, if this particular offer letter is a valid offer letter or not, so he can just click on this particular link. And when he will click on this link, when basically you will be sharing this offer letter, and when he will click on the link, your employer will click on the link, he will be redirected to a page which will verify that yes, the offer letter is verified and it has been issued by the Euron organization itself. Okay. So this pre-generated offer letter can be again of a good help to you all, right? Especially for the college students or freshers, right? Now, once you feel like that, okay, you have done with your project, right? And before doing your project, let's suppose if you want to add your friends, right? If you You can, it's not mandatory that for the people who have only bought the Euron subscription, they can only get added. Any member, it can be your brother, sister, right? It can be your office colleague, it can be your guide, and who else. You can add anyone. So you can just click on this invite member link, right? So once you click on this, the link will be copied and the link will look something like this. Okay. And once you share this particular link to the person who want who you want to add in your particular project or in this project, right? He or she will get added to the project. Okay. And once the member is added to the project, you can see him or her here in your team members. So because you are the owner, basically, like in my case, this is my project and I am the owner of this project. So I will be here added as lead, and rest of the person will be added as team members in this particular project, right? And then once you are done with your project, now if you feel like that, okay, you have worked on the things, you have done completed all the requirements that are given in the HLD and the LLD documents, then you can submit your project. So what all things that will be required to submit the project? So the very first thing will be your GitHub repository. So you, for sure, you will be using any kind of version control to push your code, right? And to maintain basically the versioning of your code, right? So in most of the cases, people go ahead with GitHub only. So you will have to paste your GitHub repository URL, right? You will have to create a YouTube video of your project, right? So it's totally up to you if you want to create a video in English language or in Hindi language or any other language. Preferable obviously will be a Hindi or English language, right? It's not mandatory to show your face and all those stuffs, right? But it will be great if you are explaining your project, right? Whatever you are doing, whatever code you have written, what is the flow of your project, why exactly, what exact use case the project solves, and all those things. If you're talking about it, that will be even a better thing. Then you have to post about your project on the LinkedIn and on Instagram, and you have to share that particular post URL here, and then you can submit your project. Now the submission will be assessed by us in a human way. So there will the assessment will not be any kind of AI assessment. We will sit and we will basically check each and everything. We will run it on our local system, right? Make sure okay, make sure in the GitHub repository README file you have mentioned all the steps, right? Means how you can run the project, how you can basically do the setup, if there is any kind of environment variable required, right? You have to also mention all those things. Okay, not mention your environment variables, okay, but what all environment variables will be required. Okay, maybe if it can be any kind of database URL, right? Or maybe any kind of you can say external API. So let's say you are using OpenAI API, right? So in that particular case, you will have to mention that particular thing in the README file, and how to set up the project, how to run the project, each and everything should be mentioned in the README file. And we will be using the README file. We will try to set up onto our local. We will go through your code, right? If there is any kind of changes that is required, again, we will connect back to you and we will suggest you the changes. Then once done, you will ping us that, okay, the changes are made. Again, we will review the code. And once we feel like that, okay, the requirements are satisfied, then we will mark that particular project as completed, as done. And then once that particular project is marked as done, then you will receive your internship completion certificate. Okay, here you got your internship starting certificate. Once done, you will again receive the internship completion certificate. Cool. So this is the internship portal that will be there for you all to get a hands-on learning on your project. Okay, now once you are done with your project, what next? So the next part is the resume. You will have to create your resume, right? So you can either create your resume directly, right? If you want to create resume from scratch, you can come here and you can select these things. You can fill up the details, right? And you can get your resume created. If you already have your resume, right, what you can do is you can just click on this browse thing, right? And you can click on select template, and then you can upload your file, right? So you can come here, right? And let's suppose any of the resume I want to upload. Let's suppose I want to upload this Sandeep Chaudhary resume. Okay. So I can add this, I can skip adding my URL. I can skip this step, right? And basically now what it will do is it will start analyzing the resume that I have uploaded. Okay. And once analyzed, it will basically give me a report, and it will also give me what all things can I improve inside my resume. So it will take hardly a few minutes to analyze the resume. Okay, so you can see the resume that we uploaded was having a score of 78. Okay, so content is good, keyword is good, formatting and all those things. Key strength is this, areas of improvement is this, right? And also you will have your enhanced resume ready here, right? So the template that you selected will be used as basically the enhanced resume, and you can see here, right? This is the enhanced version of the resume that I have uploaded, right? And again, if you will go in inside this interview preparation thing, so you will get the general questions, what all general questions can be asked inside an interview with respect to your resume. Okay, this interview question will differ resume to resume, right? It is generated based on the resume that I have uploaded. If I go to this particular resume, right? If I go to Vishal Singh resume, and if I see here in the interview prep section, so you will see these questions are different from this particular questions, right? Because obviously my resume and the resume of some X people or X person will differ, right? Then you can also have the managerial questions that can be asked, HR questions that can be asked, behavioral questions that can be asked, and technical questions that can be asked in the interview based on the profile that you have uploaded the resume of. Okay, right? So this is what the resume AI is. Basically, you can upload your resume, you can enhance your resume, and also you can get some kind of interview preparation questions ready for you all, right? Now, once you're done with your resume, what next, right? Next thing will be obviously the job, right? So this is the job portal that we have created for you all. Okay, based on the experience level, you can search your job. Based on the contract type, you can search your job, and based on the location, you can also search your job. So here, some popular jobs are already there. So let's suppose if I want to search for data engineering job, right? So you can see right here, these are the number of data engineering jobs that are available currently in the market, right? And we are not only scraping these jobs from some kind of job aggregators that are present out there, right? We are also scraping these jobs from the job portal also, right? So that you don't have to manually switch to multiple companies job portal and search for the job, or maybe the career page, I would say, of multiple companies. You can directly find the aggregated uh, opportunities available in multiple companies on this particular portal itself. So if you click maybe this Mastic, right? So if you just click on view details, and if you click on apply now, right? So this particular job is available on LinkedIn, right? So you will be redirected to the LinkedIn job that is available for this particular thing, and just see, right? This particular job has been posted just 2 hours ago, right? And within 2 hours, this job is available on our job portal, right? Here you can see you may find some job that we are directly scraping from the job portal also, right? Let's suppose this an SKH Tech. Not very sure, right? Just let's see if I click on apply now. So again, this is from LinkedIn itself, right? If I go back, okay, maybe some of it will be from, let's see, this JRD. I guess it will be again from LinkedIn itself. Okay, right? Depends on what kind of jobs are available, right? We are also scraping it from LinkedIn, some other job aggregator platforms, from basically our what we call the career pages of multiple companies also. Okay. Again, based on the kind of experience level, if you want to filter, you guys can filter it, right? If you want to search for any other job, let's suppose if you want to search for the machine learning engineer, and based on the filter it is showing you. If you remove this filter, again you will be able to find multiple jobs that are available inside the machine learning engineer domain, right? So directly you can apply from here also. Okay, so this was basically a kind of uh, I would say a full thing. Okay, one more thing that is available for you all is the Avni portal. Okay, so this particular thing is majorly for your interview preparation part. Okay, so how you will be able to do your interview is you will have to basically upload your resume. Okay, so once you will click here, and maybe I can upload my resume. So Vishal Singh, where it is, or maybe I can upload any resume. It hardly matters, right? Because I'm just showing you demo. Hardly matters. Why I said hardly matters is because I'm showing you just the demo, right? Don't feel like it will not matter if you upload anyone else resume. So it will take a few minutes, not few minutes, I would say a few seconds to a minute, right? Now you can see it has given me, it is asking me for some kind of access and all, right? I believe it will not work properly right now because my microphone access is currently enabled in the Zoom meeting also, right? So not very sure how good it will work, right? So okay, I can close this, don't require. So yeah, hi Avni, I am Vishal and I am having 6 years of experience, and my career journey has been that I have been a front end engineer, then I have switched to data science, and then later on I switched to the data engineering domain. Yeah, so I believe it's not able to access right now my mic. Okay, once you will try it by your own self, right, it will be for sure accessible. So currently this Avni AI is, I won't say under development, but it's in the iteration phase. Okay, we are continuously trying to update, trying to add more features, trying to make it more precise, right, for the interview preparation part, right? So again, the development and iteration is going on this particular product, right? If you feel like any kind of bug is there, right, if any kind of issues you're facing for using this particular service, so you can just drop a message inside your WhatsApp group, right? And we will be more than happy to solve that particular issue, right? So this was pretty much it about the Avni API. Now we have something called as our Yuri API, right? So all of you till now must have used ChatGPT, right? So we have created the same thing as ChatGPT, but using multiple things, right? In ChatGPT, first of all, you will have to pay. Like pay means you will have to pay apart from the service that you are utilizing elsewhere. Let's suppose if you are enrolled in some course or something, so you will have to pay. Obviously, it's free for 1 month. The ChatGPT Go is now free for, sorry, not 1 month, 1 year, right? But again, after 1 year, what you will have to pay, right? Even though let's say Perplexity is free for 1 year, but after 1 year, what you will have to pay, right? But here we are providing you, right, 1 lakh tokens. If you will come here, you can see we are providing 1 lakh tokens for you on a daily basis, right? So can you just imagine the number? Okay, 1 lakh into 365, right? So equivalent to 1 2 3 4 and 5. So 1 2 3 4 and 5. So it's equivalent to 3 crore 65 lakh tokens in one single year. And this one token is nearly about, you can say, one character. Okay, it's not exactly one character, but nearly about one character, right? So you can have around 3 crores and 65 lakh characters in one single year that you can utilize in this Yuri platform, right? So this Yuri platform you can utilize for anything and everything. Okay, if I come here, you can select what all models do you want to use. You can use Gemini, you can use Gemini Pro, you can use GPT 4.0, 4.1, GPT 5, 5.1, and anything, right? And here if I come, and if I ask anything, hello, kaise ho, right? And you can use any language. It's not that you have to use English or you can use Hindi, and it will also respond you back in the same way, right? मैं ठीक हूँ, तुम बताओ कैसा चल रहा है सब, डेटा इंजीनियरिंग वाली बात से लग रहा है तुम टेक फील्ड में इंटरेस्टेड हो, राइट? मीन्स आई हैव आस्क्ड अबाउट समथिंग अबाउट डेटा इंजीनियरिंग, डेटा इंजीनियरिंग के बारे में बताओ क्या न्यूज है, राइट? सो इट्स बेसिकली asking me back again based on the history what I have like what I have used it for, right? So it's asking me data engineering वाली बात से क्या लग रहा है, लग रहा है तुम टेक फील्ड में इंटरेस्टेड हो तो चलो कैजुअल बात करें, या फिर तुम्हारे फील्ड के लिए डेटा इंजीनियरिंग एसक्यूएल कवर एसक्यूएल करियर रोड मैप बताऊं, बस ये बताओ तुम अभी क्या कर रहे हो, राइट? किस चीज में ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट है एंड सो ऑन। ओके, सो लेट्स से मैं अभी एक स्टूडेंट हूं और मुझे कोडिंग में इंटरेस्ट है। ओके, सो अगेन इट विल रिवर्ट अस बैक। ओके, तो यू कैन सी अच्छा है। ये सबसे बड़ी चीज है कि तुम्हें कोडिंग में इंटरेस्ट है, राइट? एंड लाइक दिस यू कैन सी ईच एंड एवरीथिंग, राइट? नाउ आई कैन आस्क अबाउट एनीथिंग, राइट? आज दिल्ली का क्या न्यूज है? So you can see it's searching the web, हवा और pollution, right? A very major issue here in Delhi. Okay, local city issues, बिजली पानी वाला न्यूज, तुम्हें स्पेसिफिक न्यूज पढ़नी है तो बताओ, राइट? ट्रैफिक, मेट्रो, कॉलेज, एक्सेट्रा, पीएम, गवर्नमेंट, पॉलिटिक्स एंड व्हाट नॉट, राइट? It's basically scrapping. You can see here, right? The sources also. It has scraped from Hindu, right? Again, No Bharat Times, The Hindu, and all. Okay. You can also ask it to generate some image. Okay. So मुझे एक इमेज बना के दो जिसमें कॉलेज का बच्चा कोडिंग कर रहा है। ओके, सो इट विल बेसिकली do what it will think, and it will automatically select what kind of image it has to generate. Okay, uh, you can see, right? So let's suppose friend group. Okay, so you can see I can just drop this thing. Okay, it's asking me to drop here. If you click here, right, generate image, and you can generate the image here, right? If I click on this, and if I click on this generate image, so it will take a few seconds basically to generate the image, right? So this is how basically you can we can utilize. So you can see, right, how realistic the image has been generated, right? Three college students sitting together in a classroom, working on a laptop, collaborating on a coding project, whiteboard in the background with diagram and pseudocode, casual clothes, friendly and productive atmosphere, right? So you can see how realistic image it has generated, right? So this is again, you can utilize your basically URI for, right? Here you can add your new chat, you can generate your images, right? The way you want to talk, it will be more than happy to respond to you in that particular language itself, right? Now this is basically a kind of chat GPT like interface that we have given you to you guys to interact with the LLM models. Now for the developers, because we all are developers here, right? And we will not be always using the interface. We will be using APIs to interact with the to the LLM models, right? And here you can see, right, we have this one URI API platform where more than 27 plus AI models have been uploaded for you guys to basically utilize. So for OpenAI, we have more than 7 models that are available. So we are having Chat GPT-5, GPT-5 Mini, GPT 4.1 Mini, Nano, and all these models, we are also having our GPT open source 20 billion and 120 billion parameter also ready for us to be utilized. Then we are having our Google models, right? So these are the models that are provided to us by Google, and they are ready for us to be utilized in the URI platform. From Meta, we have 5 models. Okay. From DeepSeek, we have a model R1. Then we have Alibaba Quen model that is available. Then we have Grok Compound and Compound Mini that is available. Then from Together AI, we have basically the M2 bot that is available with 80 million parameters. Then we have Flux One from Black Forest Labs. Then from PlayEye, we have our PlayEye TTS and PlayEye TTS Arabic model that is ready for us to be utilized. Now, how we can generate our APIs, right? So we can just go on to here into this API key, right? And I can click on this create API key, right? Let's say the demo key, right? And I can just click on create, and you will be given this particular API key, right? You can just click on copy, right? And once done, you can click on dismiss, and now it will not be shown to anyone and ever, right? Let's suppose you have lost this API key, no worries, you can delete this and you can create a new one, right? Again, this API key will have the same limit as your URI platform. Same limit means the combined, I would say the combined users limit is 1 lakh tokens per day, right? So here, if you will go to users, so we have utilized around 28,000 tokens till now, right? And 71,000 tokens are available, and 1,000 tokens are basically the daily limit. If you come here, so you can also see where my tokens went, right? So using the ChatGPT 1 compilation, we utilized it, right? If any kind of error stats is there, you will be able to see that particular thing. How many total number of requests did it utilize, and all those things, right? You will be able to see right here. Okay. Then talking about the logs, right? So you will be able to see again each and every chat's response here. Okay. How much tokens did it utilize? So if I come here, right? So you can see how much token did it utilize in which particular endpoint, right? And how much time did it take, so that even if you are utilizing the token, you have basically the calculation of each and every single token that has been utilized in the URI platform by you all, right? Then you can see what all endpoints are there. So these are the endpoints that you can use. So for generating text, this is the endpoint basically that you can use, right? This will be the method, right? These are the parameters that are required, optional parameters that you can use. And this is how basically you can create a call request. And this is the response that you guys will be getting, right? Now, if you want to create or generate embeddings, this is the endpoint that you can utilize, right? The documentation is very, very clear here also, right? This is the example request that you can make, and this is the JSON response that you will be getting. Now, if you want to do text to speech, or you can, if you want to generate images, then these are the endpoints that you can basically hit, and you will get your response from these APIs, right? Again, talking about the models, so these are the models that are available for you all to utilize, right? Then talking about integration, so you can integrate basically the URI API in small agents, LangChain, QAI, Llama Index, LangGraph, and AutoGen, right? We have SDKs. So currently we are only having Python and Shell SDK, right? Moving forward, for sure, we will be like Python and Node.js also, right? Python and Node.js SDK. Moving forward, we will also try to add much more SDKs as time goes by. We have also created a few NA10 template. So NA10 basically is an automation tool, right? So we have already created some kind of automation templates for you all. So if you want to create a basic resume generator, right? If you want to create a AI generated content generation and email automation, Freshdesk customer automation, Zoom meeting summary automation, and social media content calendar, if you want to use using auto posting, you guys can utilize these templates, right? And you can use the Euron API key basically in these templates to get your things automated, right? So this was basically the uh, URI API, sorry, URI platform and URI API platform that has been created for you all for the utilization purpose, right? So with that said, we have a few more things to discuss, right? So we will discuss about Euron consultancy and work and learn, and then we will jump on to discuss our course, right? So let's have a quick 10 minutes of break, guys, and then we will be discussing the rest of the things that is remaining. All right, guys. So I'm back from the break, right? And now let's discuss about two more important aspects or the services that we will be providing you. So the first service will be our Euron consultancy service, right? So what exactly this Euron consultancy is all about, right? So the name itself suggests here is that we will be providing you end-to-end project development services, right? So what all project development services we will be providing you? So we will provide you the web app service. If you want any of your web apps to be developed, you can avail our service. If you want mobile apps to be developed, if you want any kind of AI ML related service, chatbot related service, big data or cloud related service, if you want to get your POCs, proof of concept, or MVP, minimum viable product, developed from us, you can for sure avail our services, right? So you can see build here, ready for our vision, right? So first of all, we have our complete LMS platform, right? Ready and you to be utilized by any one of you who wants to basically uh, create his own LMS platform, right? So for a person, let's suppose for a school teacher, right, who is running some kind of tuition center for his own, or maybe a college lecturer, right, who is giving some kind of tuition or something, and he basically wants to create his or her own LMS platform. So because he or she not being from a tech background, it will be very difficult for them to basically first of all develop, then manage, then basically deploy those whole infrastructure, manage that whole infrastructure and all those things, as well as it will also be an overhead, right? You will also require a mobile app, like an Android app, an iOS app, and all those stuffs. So it will be up to us to manage to develop all those things, and the code that you will be getting. So basically, the solution will be a white label solution. Means the code that you will be getting, it will be yours. You can utilize it, the full source code according to your own requirement, even in future. If you are not again renewing our service or availing our service, you will have the full access and the control of your source code, so that even moving forward, if you want to use it by your own, you are free to do it. Okay, so here you can see the complete platform includes a full stack LMS, full LMS stack, where you will be able to manage your live courses, your hybrid learning, self-paced modules, instructor dashboard, and students analytics. Right? Content delivery, we will be having a video streaming service integration and adaptive bitrate streaming. Assessment engine, so AI powered quiz generation, assessment certifications with verification. Monetization, so razor pay integration, subscriptions, one time payments, coupon and discounts, each and everything will be available. Talking about mobile apps, so native iOS and Android apps with push notification, it will be up to us to develop and to deliver those things. Admin control, so user management, content moderation, analytics dashboard, payment reconciliation, and white labeling. So each and everything, right from the branding to the color, domain, and infrastructure, will be yours. Okay. So this will be basically the price, right? 3 lakhs plus GST, which is, I would say, considering the kind of services that we are providing, is a very considerable price, right? We are giving you your source code. The very first thing, we are giving you the pre-built whole end-to-end web app LMS platform. We are giving you the Android app. We are giving you the iOS app, as well as you will also be getting your admin dashboard, right? We are doing the payment integration, right? As well as the best thing that we are giving you is it will be up to us that we will be managing even the infrastructure of your LMS platform, right? Now, let's suppose if you are having a business, like you don't want to avail the LMS platform service, and you want to avail the AI services basically that we are having, right? So you can do that particular thing also, right? If you want to avail the Yuri chat, right? Just the service like Yuri chat, you can avail that particular thing also. If you want the Yuri API platform kind of platform for your business, you can avail that particular thing also. If you just want a service similar to internship portal, you can get it from us. similar to job portal, you can get it from us. Avni kind of mock interview platform, if you want from our side, you can get from us, and even the resume AI platform you can get from us. Okay. So this is the price for the services if you want to get it into bits and pieces. WhatsApp chatbot you can get Euron partnership and the CEO command center. Basically, that is the admin dashboard that I am talking about, right? Then kind of and the types of project that we deliver and we build is the web applications, mobile applications, AI, big data, cloud infrastructure, and even the custom solutions we are going to build, right? Now there are different packages. So these things are basically for the organizations, right? So if you want to build your own startup, right? If you are a founder, or maybe you are someone who is having a good n number of years of experience inside the industry, and you want to build something of your own, in that particular case, we are going to help you out with the basically the tech part of it, right? Now if you are someone who is a college student, right, or who is right now in job and looking for some kind of good projects that he can include in his or her basically resume, right, or maybe to develop some kind of project, college level projects or MVP level project that you want to showcase to some kind of investors or something, right? So we have different packages for different use cases that you can get, right? So if you're a student, right, and if you want to get your final year project built or capstone and final year projects built, so this is the package that you can avail. Okay, so we will be building your end-to-end project as per the requirement. It will be a one-time project, so direct messaging channel will be provided to you. Requirement discussion and the scope finalization will be done from our side. Timeline estimation and project planning will be given. Phase-wise development and delivery will be given. Architecture and database design guidance will be provided to you, right? Complete project delivery will be given within the timeline. 3 months of validity will be there, and the response time will be 24 to 48 hours. Now, if you are availing the gold package, which is good for the professionals, right? So now if you want to build your POC, right, proof of concept or some kind of MVP project, right, so you can avail the gold subscription from us, where it will include everything in the silver thing, right? We will be developing your project end to end, right? Priority messaging support will be there. Multiple project support kind of MVP and POC will be given. Advanced architectural consulting will be given to you. Database design and optimization will be done from our side. Then best practice and code quality will be given. Production deployment support will be given. 6 months of validity will be there for the support, and the response time will be within 12 to 24 hours. If you're going ahead with the diamond package, then it will include all the professional, like all the things that are there in professional. We will build your project end to end, right? Multiple projects, right? You will have your POC, your MVP, as well as your full product ready to be used. Highest level of support we will be giving you. Phase-wise delivery with milestone. Architectural schema diagram and the database design will be given to you. Production ready deployment. A technical advisor will also be attached to you, so that if any kind of guidance, any kind of basically advice you want on the tech aspect of it, you guys will be able to avail from the technical advisor. Team collaboration and guidance. 12 months of validity will be there, and the response time will be 4 to 6 hours, and unlimited project discussion will be available for you in the diamond package. So this package is basically if you're trying to do your own startup, right? If you want to build something of your own, in that particular case, this particular package will be very helpful for you all, right? Now, who we build project for, right? So either if you're a college student, we are building project for you. School projects, we are building. Dropouts, right? If you want to add good projects in your portfolio, right? In your portfolio means basically in your resume and all. So we will build it for you. Professionals, right? We can help you out with your professional projects also, right? If you are facing any kind of difficulty in your job and you feel like that you need some kind of guidance, we are also ready to do that particular part from our side. And startups, right? What we provide, So project architecture, database design, development and delivery, right? Deployment and support, each and everything will be upon us. Okay. So this is what basically the Euron consultancy is all about. Now comes the work and learn part. Okay. So work and learn is a platform that we felt is a very important aspect in a person who is a kind of student or a kind of fresher, right? So what like in my teaching experience, right, what I have felt is there is a very huge gap between when we teach you, right, and the kind of learning you get or the kind of job that we do inside an organization, right? So there is a difference between that, and to bridge that particular gap we have come up with this particular platform, okay, which is work and learn. So here you will be getting the real experience with real people and the real world project. Okay, it will not be any kind of internship level project or any kind of simulation that we will be giving it to you. You will be working on like on a real project with the real developers, with the real tech leads, right? And you will be gaining the real kind of exposure and experience that you will have in the organization or in any company that you will get, right? So here if you talk about, right, so the hard truth about getting hired is around 48% of the graduates are unemployed, 72% require experience, 3% course completion rate is there, and less than 10% jobs after the courses we get, right? So here we will provide you each and everything that you will get inside an organization. So we will provide you your official email, your GitHub organizational access you will get your AWS console access. Depending on the requirement, you will be getting the access to the services, right? You will have your file drive, your API token access, and the project management board from our side, right? Then you will also receive the official documentation. You will receive your onboarding letter. You will receive your experience letter and anything that will be required from our side to verify that if you have worked on our platform or with us or not, right? Now, who can join this particular thing, right? So if you are a college student who is trying to get the real world exposure, the real industrial experience, you guys can join. Recent graduates, right, similar to college students, if you're right now in college, or if you have already graduated and if you want to basically bridge the gap between the college pass out date and the current time, so you can join us and we will be providing it for you, right? Working professionals, right? If you want to upskill, basically, let's suppose there are a few organizations, I will not be naming them, right? But there are a few organizations which hire you, but they don't deploy you on any kind of project, right? And the time keeps on going, and even though it is getting added in your experience, but you are not getting any kind of experience and learning, right? And to overcome that particular thing, you can join us, where you will be for sure getting the experience, as well as you will also get the exposure and the learning from our side that is required to make a kind of switch into a better organization, right? And the self-taught learner can also join us. Okay, so there is no prerequisite that is required to join us, right? The project structure will be something like this: that foundation and the onboarding part will be done, then the active development part will be done, and the leadership and delivery part will be basically done. Okay, now we have kept in mind both of the people. If you want to join us on a full-time basis, you can join us. If you're a working professional, right, who has to go to the office and do his or her job, right, and later on join us and do the learning phase, we have also kept you people in mind too, right? So if you're joining us on a full-time basis, right, then this will be the schedule that it will look like something like this: that at 9 p.m. a daily stand-up call will be there. Then 9 a.m. You will have your like work ready. The work will be assigned to you, and you have to jump onto that work and complete your task, right? 12:30 you can take a quick 1 hour of break, right? You can recharge and get connected again to your team, right? At 1:30 p.m. we will have our code review and the collaboration part. At 3 p.m. we will have the project work, right? 5:30 it will be a wrap up. Okay, let me make this very, very clear, each and everything. So this thing will be this is a kind of remote thing, right? It will not be somewhere in any office, right? It will be a remote job, right? But all these things, and this thing can also vary. It's not that we will be just sticking to exactly this plan, right? It can vary depending on the kind of work that has been allotted to you, right? You may have to devote a few extra hours if required, right? Or you may also get free if you can basically wrap up your task early, right? Now, if you are a working professional, so following this particular schedule will not be basically not be possible for you. So what we expect is, first of all, the minimum commitment should be 15 to 20 hours per week, right? Which is not that much, right? We are just expecting you to devote 2 to 3 hours every day, right? So to upskill yourself, right? If you want to switch in a better organization, if you want your maybe a package to be multifolded, in that particular case, you will have to devote some time and some extra effort for sure, right? So on the weekdays in the evening, you can devote 2 to 3 hours, basically review the update, right? Work on the task assigned and asynchronous communication between the team, right? Now on the weekdays, you will have to put up the extra effort, right? So you may have to work 4 to 6 hours, deep work on the feature, video call with mentor, and complete the sprint deliverables, right? So again, we will be having some kind of weekly sprint that we will be designing. This is how usually we work, right? And if you are not able to do those things on a weekly basis because of your work and all, it's totally fine, right? You will have to complete those tasks on the weekends, right? Okay, so you will have a 24/7 kind of team chat support available for you. Weekly group sessions will be there, and one-on-one call with mentor will be there. So this is a message, personal message from Sudhanshu sir. If you want to read, you can for sure read it, right? Now, what will be the pricing of this particular thing, right? So it will be costing you 50,000 plus GST, and we will be giving you a 6 months of access. So if you calculate it, it is even less than 10,000 a month. And the kind of infrastructure, right? The kind of exposure that we are giving it to you, I don't think that it's a very bad deal for you, right? And talking about why we are charging, right? So it's because multiple things go from our side, right? We will be paying for multiple things, whether it's giving you an official email ID, or giving you the GitHub organizational access, giving you the cloud platform access, right? Paying the tech lead who will be leading you, right? Basically guiding you in all of these things, right? So there are n number of expenses that are involved on our side also, right? It's not that we are basically keeping all those money into our pocket, right? So basically based on that particular part, right? So this is even less than 10,000 a month, right? And you will get such an exposure that for sure you can multifold your current package, and that will be a great, I would say, investment that you can make. What I believe is you can do, right? So this was all about the Euron work and learn platform, right? So if you have any kind of issues, if you are interested and you want to do anything, you can just get in touch, and our team will be answering any kind of question that if you have any question regarding the Euron work and learn platform. Okay. So this was pretty much it about the Euron platform. Now let's quickly discuss about our course. So once I click on this particular tab, you will be redirected to the course. And if you scroll at the bottom, not at the bottom, if you scroll down, so you will be having the courses, right? And the topics that we will be covering. Okay. So I will be quickly discussing the section, right? What all things we'll be covering. So first thing we will be covering is our SQL part, right? So we'll be covering SQL from very, very basics till the advanced concepts. Okay. So what I say usually is SQL is the backbone of data engineering, right? And around you can expect 30, 40, or even 50% of the interview questions from the SQL itself, right? You will be asked a good in-depth SQL technical questions. So you have to keep your eyes and your mind open in the, at least, no, I would say obviously for the whole boot camp, but at least in SQL, you have to keep your mind and your attention on the classes, right? So we will be discussing SQL. Then we will move on to the Azure cloud. We will not directly move on to Azure cloud, right? This is not exactly in the sequence that we will be following, but we will be following, like we will be moving on to Azure, right? Where we will have Azure storage services, functions, right? Then Azure Service Bus, Azure Logic Apps, Azure SQL Database, Azure Event Hub, Stream Analytics, Cosmos DB, ADF, Synapse Analytics, Unity Catalog, Delta Lake, right? Databricks, then Databricks workflows. Then we will jump on to GitHub integration. Then we will jump on to Kafka. Then NoSQL databases for MongoDB and Cassandra, data warehousing concepts, data governance, Snowflake, and then Airflow. And finally, we will be ending our course with few end-to-end projects, right? So this will be the whole flow, or I would say the whole curriculum for this particular course. If you want to get inside, so for sure you can just have a look by your own, right? If you have any kind of difficulty, you can directly ping me on the WhatsApp. And here, if you come into your dashboard, if you click on this continue learning, so here will be a WhatsApp group that you will be able to join. You can just click on this link, right? And you will be redirected to the WhatsApp group. Okay, so you can join this WhatsApp group from your dashboard itself, so that WhatsApp is the communication medium that we will be having, right? So if you have any kind of doubt, anything to ask, right, all the updates and each and everything will be on the WhatsApp itself. Cool. So this was pretty much it about the Euron platform that we have built. So we have built it from our bottom of the heart, I would say, right? We have done a lot of hard work building this thing, thinking about what all things is required, right? And what all things the students and the learners need to basically not only to learn from the course, right? There are n number of platforms that provide course, right? But here we are not providing you the courses only, but we are providing you the whole end-to-end infrastructure, right? End-to-end ecosystem, basically, right from your learning journey to your job journey that we are giving up to you, right? So guys, this was pretty much it. I hope what all things we have built, right, it is useful for you all, right? If any kind of alteration, any kind of feedback is from you guys, we are more than welcoming your feedback. We will like try to look on it. If you have any kind of requirement, if you feel like that, okay, these are the things that can get added to make the platform better, right, we will more than happy to do it. So guys, now I will be opening the platform for the discussion, right? And I will be more than happy. You guys can ask me anything that you want, right? If it is maybe tech related, if it is maybe this course related, or anything, right? I'm not limiting the discussion not only in this session, but in this whole course. If you want to discuss about anything, maybe related to your work pressure, maybe related to your mental peace, or anything, right, I will be more than happy to discuss with you. Okay, so what I will be doing, I will be stopping my screen share, right, and I will be even stopping the recording. Okay, and then we will carry on with the discussion. And you guys can raise your hand. I will be allowing you to unmute yourself. You guys can unmute yourself, and we can have a good discussion about anything that you want to ask, right? So I'm just stopping my recording.